Hello.
Hi, everybody. Hi, old man.
Yep, that's me. Old man. Old man.
Ah, sorry, that was just a joke.
I know, and you feel like a 25-year-old after your night. So
Oh
awesome.
yeah, at a good
Yes.
spa.
Yes. Terrible life.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Good on you.
You say bad things to me all the time.
I
So,
do. I do.
hi.
We say some very weird stuff to each other in messages. I send
You
her a
say weird
message and
stuff
she
to me,
says, "Get lost," very politely. Yep, absolutely.
yeah?
And TJ's delirious, and I have to go to work very soon. So we're going to pretty much get
Yep.
stuck into this as soon as possible. But
Yeah.
welcome, everyone, and thanks
Yeah.
very much for joining us.
Yeah. Just want to say real quick, if my internet goes down, the connection is not very good in this hotel. Just give me a second so I can switch to the Wi-Fi of my phone. Just so you know, when I disappear, it only takes a few seconds. Okay? All right. What are we going to do today? We're going to read through CHAD McNeil's,
McNeil.
not Michael's, CHAD McNeil's interview. You're going to see a load of similarities to what Melissa Parrish said on the part what they both had been told by Troy McCoy. But you also will see some differences. Like, for example, Melissa says when they arrived at Survey 319, Watts was digging a hole around the leak. And Chad says the opposite. Chad says he was not doing anything and stuff like that. So form your own mind or your own opinion. And next week, we're going to go into chapter 2 of the timeline. And I found some stuff today as well. I am not going to disclose to nobody. Only next week. Not even to you, Dave. I'm sorry.
Friends. Friends.
Go cry.
Yes, friends. Okay, we were friends.
Oh my God. Thank you, Tom Tom. We love you too. The mods. Oh yeah, the mods are great. I wouldn't be anything without them. I don't know anything like, chat and stuff like that. I have no clue. So yes, my mods are
And there
great.
is a difference between people saying, oh, what happened to free speech and opinions? No, free speech and opinions are definitely out there for people. But calling people names is not tolerated. Bashing of other
No.
creators is not tolerated. And just being argumentative in general in chat and
Hmm.
questioning every single thing that we say. Like there are just people out there that are just born to troll, and it's what happens. And that's why our mods are here. They are here to protect the chat, and they are here to protect each and every one of you and your mental health. That is why they are here.
Exactly. All right. I see you guys. Some of you follow me on Twitch. Yeah, follow me on Twitch as well, because if this stuff gets really deep, this is the way to go. I don't have my Twitch link now, but I can post it on the community tab on my channel as well. So no problem. All right, I'm gonna turn my camera off. So you see the prettier face of me.
Me too.
Come on, old man.
I'll put on my reverend uniform. Here we go.
Yes.
The
All
reverend
right.
the reverend of true crime. That's me.
Mm-hmm. The Reverend of True
The right
Crime.
reverend of true crime is what Grafton calls me. I'm the right reverend, all based on that picture. It's quite funny.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, absolutely.
All right, let's remove us so you have a bigger screen. Where's my Google? Here. All right. I've learned today not to use Google. Oh my God. I gotta tell you all about this course I had taken. I'm going home tomorrow, but I gotta tell you all about it next week. All right, let's start. So the date of entry of this report was the 27th of August. Again, here, some people might not know the date of entry of a report written or filed or put into the discovery is not actually necessarily the date the event occurred. So, CHAD McNEIL, telephone number blacked out, was interviewed at his place of employment, Anadarko Petroleum Corporation, 501 North Division Boulevard in Platteville, Colorado. Agent Greg Sentner, this is the one who talks like, yeah, I know, let's continue, like this, right? He made me fall asleep on the Lauren Arnold interview, just saying. So he was questioning this guy, CHAD McNEIL, was also present during the course of the interview. After being advised of the identities of the interviewing agents and the nature of the interview, McNEIL provided the following information. McNEIL is an Anadarko field coordinator, and he has known Christopher Watts for a little more than a year. Approximately a year ago, he transferred to Texas for work, but he returned to the Platteville office on or about August the 6th. We're talking 2018. During this time, and keep that in mind, you guys, I'm just saying, keep that in mind. He was not in Colorado, okay? This is going to be important for the next part of the timeline. He was in Texas, returning August the 6th. During his time in Texas, Watson Troy McCoy assumed McNeil's area of responsibility within Anadarko's oil field around Platteville, Colorado. This area includes E40 batteries south and east of Weld County Road 22 to Roggen, Colorado, and Denver International Airport. But Troy McCoy was more in the Roggen area than Chris Watts, according to their geotab information. So McNEIL recalled that Watts talked the world of his two daughters. See, McNEIL is using the exact same words as Melissa Parrish. He was talking the world of his two daughters. Since returning to Colorado, McNEIL had heard Watts talk about his new baby. McNEIL describes Watts as well liked. He did not have issues with other individuals. Here again, they are asking him, did he have any trouble or issues with others? And McNEIL was not aware of Watts having any enemies. McNEIL was not aware of any issues between his wife and other individuals. So as you can see here again, they asked McNEIL as well, was there somebody they could have been in trouble with, could have done something to his family, stuff like that. So this indicates that the investigation in the start was also leading towards this scenario of maybe a kidnapping or something like that. McNEIL was aware that Watts' daughters had some health issues. On Monday, August the 13th, 2018, McNEIL was assigned to an oil battery called Survey 319, which is located north of Roggen, Colorado. McNEIL recalled that he received a text message from Watts at approximately 6:15 a.m., stating that Watts was at the site. McNEIL provided consent for interviewing agents to review and photograph text messages exchanged between McNEIL and Watts. These messages are electronically maintained with this document. The actual time of this text message stating, "You headed out to Survey, I'm out here," was 6:41 a.m. McNEIL arrived at Survey 319 with Melissa Parrish at approximately 8 a.m. McNEIL and Parrish, drove separately. Now let's see if he says something about the Batcave. McNEIL and Parrish drove separately in their work trucks, but they arrived at the battery together. What appeared to be normal, which is described as nice, quiet, and pleasant. McNEIL also described Watts as a hard worker who gets things done. McNEIL noted that Watts' pants were tucked into his boots, and McNEIL made a joke about that. Actually, Troy McCoy says he made a joke about that. Right, Dave?
That is
He said, "Are you slumming
100%
it today?"
correct.
Right? So
Mm-hmm.
this joke did not come from Troy McCoy. It came from McNeil.
Correct.
Watts appeared to, to take the joke in good humor. Watts was wearing blue fire-resistant shirt and pants. So that tells us he was still wearing the stuff he was wearing when he left his house. The dark blue fire-resistant shirt and pants.
No mention of them being baggy yet.
Sorry?
No mention of them being baggy.
No. And also no mention of going to the Batcave,
Correct.
right? So Survey 319 is described as a standard size site of approximately a half acre containing 2 tanks, a separator, and a pump. McNeil, Parrish, Watts, and Troy McCoy worked on Survey 319 for a while, then left to work on Union Pacific Railroad Company, UPRC 1029. So Survey 1029, that is. At 1029, the operators met Cody Roberts. Roberts had reported a leak on Survey 319 the previous Friday, August the 10th, but he began his day at the 1029. See, and this is also what I find odd. He finds a leak.
Okay, it looks like the internet has disappeared for Tanya for the time being, everybody. What Tanya's, I believe she's about to say, is Cody Roberts finds a leak at Survey 319 on Friday, but Cody decides to go and work at Survey 1029 on Monday instead of actually going to his work site where he's actually responsible for, and that is where the leak actually is on at Survey 319. So on Monday morning, Cody Roberts is actually at 1029 when technically he should have actually been where the leak, the so-called leak was. So hopefully Tanya will be back with us very shortly. I think I've definitely covered that part for what Tanya was about to say. And obviously I can't read the discovery as we speak because Tanya has it on her computer. She will be back with you very shortly.
I'm
And
back.
here she is right now. I just covered. It was very
I'm sorry.
strange. It's okay. It was very strange for Cody to have been at 1029 because he reported the leak on Friday when,
Right.
but he is actually responsible for Survey 319 and he should have actually been at Survey 319 when they
Very
all
much so.
arrived.
Yes.
Yes.
So how far along did you guys? I did not notice that I
You're
was.
just about saying, see, Cody began his day at UPRC, UPRC 29.
Okay, I just read that last thing again. So McNeil, Parrish, Watts, and McCoy worked on Survey 319 for a while, then left to work on the 1029. At 1029, the operators met Cody Roberts. Roberts had reported a leak on Survey 319 the previous Friday, August 10th, but he began his day at the 1029. So that's really weird. The leak comes first, right? In my
Correct.
opinion. So and now listen carefully what he says now. While at 1029, Watts began talking on his telephone. So McNeil does not say anything about Watts talking on the phone at 319.
Correct.
This is very important also for chapter number 2. McNeil learned that some type of security alarms were activated at Watts' home. Watts explained that a neighbor, it wasn't a neighbor, it was NA, was at his front door and he was looking at his phone. Watts took approximately 5 or 6 calls while standing near McCoy's truck. McCoy's truck.
Mm-hmm.
Phone calls near McCoy's truck. Watts appeared worried and flustered about the alarm. Watts stated something to the effect of, "Something is not right, I have to check it out." And he left 10:29 at approximately noon to go check his house. Noon. At
Mm-hmm.
approximately 3:23 p.m., McNeil called Watts. I mean, we cannot put so much weight into it because he's obviously recalling that out of his head. So when he says he left noon, it could very well be 1 p.m., right? But significantly, Watts stated that
Tanya's obviously breaking up again, sadly. So at approximately 3:23 p.m., McNeil called Watts to ask how Watts was doing. McNeil joked and asked something to the effect of,
and
"Did you
that
catch the robber?" Watts replied that his family was missing. McNeil offered assistance if Watts needed anything.
mhm, needed anything, where yeah, there you are. Thank you
Yeah,
for covering this.
that's
The
fine.
Wi-Fi connection here is terrible. Sorry, you guys.
That's okay.
Um, McNeil was provided contact information for interviewing agents, and he was asked to call if he recalled additional information. And now, check this out, you guys. Same as Melissa Parrish. Later on August the 15th, Ryder called McNeil asking for additional directions to Survey 319. McNeil provided the requested information and also advised that he had recalled some additional information. On Monday, August the 13th, McNeil had observed Watts wearing old boots with his pants tucked in, as previously stated. McNeil thought the pants being tucked into the boots was unusual, but he was also told by Troy McCoy that Watts had a new pair of boots that he had been wearing. Watts was not wearing a new pair of boots on Monday. So
Mm-hmm.
why does this even matter? But as you can see, you guys, they talked to Troy McCoy, both of them, McNeil, also as well as Melissa Parrish, and they repeat what Troy tells them, right?
Correct.
So after the initial interview, maybe they were talking about, how was your interview? What did they ask you? Blah, 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 blah. And then Troy said, "Oh, why didn't you say this and that and this and that?" And Melissa even called back in, and McNeil was called. So I find that very, very weird. And no, I'm not accusing anybody of murder because I had a message today um, saying I should get prepared for a lawsuit.
Nobody has been accused of murder,
No.
right? Except, over on my channel, I've made accusations towards NK, but we've got lots of evidence to suggest that NK is very much involved. So, but I've
Right.
actually said that on my channel, not here on TJ's channel. So,
Yeah.
if
And,
people ever want to say
just for
something
the
about
record,
me,
I'm
correct,
not scared of nobody. So bring it on.
correct, and neither am I. Bring it on.
McNeil also recalled Watts complaining that he was hot when McNeil and Parrish arrived. Parrish stated the opposite. McNeil remarked that this complaint was odd, as it was only around 8 a.m. And as I told you yesterday, it was only 25 degrees Celsius at 6 a.m. So, and that's a lot. And McNeil did not recall it being very warm. Well, where have you been? Obviously not out there because it was very warm. McNeil did not recall seeing any perspiration or stains on Watts' clothing. McNeil did not recall if Watts had performed any work on the site by the time McNeil and Parrish had arrived. And Melissa can very well recall that he had dug a hole around the leak. And what I also want you guys to keep in mind is that he had no stains on his clothing. And we're getting also into that in chapter 2. So that's important too. So let's get into the handwritten notes, because for me, the handwritten notes are more important than the actual police report, because this is the first thing the officer is writing down. So it's freshly in his mind at that moment. And this is what I believe more than. And I found some things actually before in handwritten notes that were not in the actual police reports. So I recommend you guys always read the handwritten notes too. So he's a field coordinator. Troy and Chris filled spot while in Texas. E40s just southeast of Roggen. Talks world of little girls of family. See, he left family out. He talks the world of little girls and of family. Right?
Yep.
Came back August the 6th. Seen in office. Talked about new baby. Survey 319. Texted 6:15 a.m. in the morning. Already out there by self. Talked to Chris asking if coming out. Met with Chris at site. Went to survey 1029 and met Cody Roberts. Arrived. Melissa and Chad arrived 8 a.m.
Didn't happen.
Cody reported Friday investigate. Seemed normal. Chris nice, quiet, pleasant. Pants tucked in boots. Choked. Took it in good humor. 1029 on phone. Security alarm going off at house. Somebody coming to door. Neighbor at house. Looking at phone. Left around noon. Thought false. Back behind Troy's truck for calls. And see, the officer or whoever did that report states he was near or next to Troy's truck. Here in his report, he states back
Next.
behind Troy's truck for calls, 5 to 6 calls. So CW was hiding behind Troy's truck for calls. And this is what he did not mention, the agent or officer or whoever, right? So that's why it's so important we take a look at the handwritten notes as well. Or, first and
Troy's
foremost,
truck.
on,
Everyone,
you know,
Troy's truck. Why would Chris be anywhere near Troy's truck?
right. That
That's the
additionally.
$1,000,000 question.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna put you everything up in the chapter 2, and you will see exactly where they were standing, exactly down to the minute, what Chris Watts did, who he called, everything. So be prepared for that. So he was back behind Troy's truck for calls. 2 oil tanks separator, standard size, hard worker. In I cannot read what that says, but something of repairing. Then got alarm. Seemed worried, flustered about alarm. Neighbor kept walking back to front door.
That was
That
pics.
actually means
A hard
suspect.
worker in pics of repairing. Well, it looks the thing as in pictures, as in showing images,
EIX. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
think.
could be. Gotta go check it out. Something not right. No elaboration. Called later, 3 p.m. Seemed worried, said family missing. See, everything of this is not in the report. Not in the report. Joking around, asking if got robber family missing, said call if need anything. Well liked, no issues or enemies, not sure issues with wife, health issues for kids, no odd comments, already at site, trouble fixing, moving, wearing blue fire-resistant shirt, fire-resistant jeans. Troy said family. Troy
Mm,
said family what? Not a big talker will get things done. And that's it.
mm,
So, as you can see, just while reading, we found at least 5 sentences in this those notes that did not appear in the actual report.
I can imagine a judge when he's looking at preliminary hearings and evidentiary hearings that he would look at the typed document if he was reading
Mm-hmm.
to see what's going to be submitted and what isn't going to be submitted. And I fully believe that there are things left out purely on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that. Troy talked about his family and stuff. I mean, why would it be left out, right?
Correct. Why would it be left out?
Some things are gonna be left out that appear to be, his car was red, not green or yellow, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I think Baumhofer did a good call when he said, oh, they gotta keep all their handwritten notes, which they did, and that's a good thing. That's makes it easier for us.
Mm.
Definitely easier for us. Yeah, that's just, in preparation for chapter number 2 that will be coming up next week, Saturday. Already working on it. So, yeah, I thought I'm gonna let you or read that out to you. There's no audio of these. I like Baumhofer in the beginning. Yeah, me too. Me too, Sleepless. Me too.
A question that I'd like to ask, and it was asked in the comments after we uploaded yesterday's live stream in regards to our friend Melissa Parrish, is why would everybody, let's remember, Melissa Parrish is a trainee. Why would she go out to check to see if a job's been completed
Mm-hmm.
on Tuesday morning?
That was actually the thought of a moderator of my Facebook group, Erin. And a big shout out to Erin. Erin is a very, Robin, sorry, Robin. Why
Mm.
do I have Erin in mind? Robin is a very, very intelligent lady. And I'm going to show you something, you guys, what she sent to me. It's like she was my soulmate last night. I did back then, I did some screenshots of people's Facebook profiles. And I was looking for one special picture I wanted to have for the timeline. And then I read Messenger, and Robin came up with, "Do you need that?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, you're a star."
Oh
And I'm going to
yes,
show
yeah.
you that.
Here we go. This is what we didn't have for yesterday's. Yes, this is
Um,
awesome.
it is public, it is public domain. And what I also learned on this course about data and metadata, as soon as you post a picture, and keep that in mind, guys, always, as soon as you post a picture on Facebook, it's not your property anymore. And this is for everybody the same thing, no matter where you live. It's property of Facebook. Okay? And you, with all the agreements, when you start your account or you create an account on Facebook, it will tell you as soon as you post a picture, and even if you delete it, it's my property. I can do with whatever I want to do with this picture. So there are no copyright stuff, claims and stuff, because you don't own it anymore. And you also don't own the right to your own picture if it's more than 15 people on that picture. Okay? But like I said, I got to tell you all about that course because I found out very, very, very interesting stuff. So keep that in mind. As soon as you post a picture on Facebook, it's not your property anymore. Okay? So be careful with pictures of your children. Be careful with pictures of your private life. Just be careful. Okay? Alrighty. Yeah, that picture. So that's why I can share it. First of all, it's public domain. And second of all, it's not her property, even though she deleted it, which she did. I'm gonna pull that up real quick.
And Tanya has a story behind this picture that she's probably going to share for
No,
when
I'm
it
not
was.
going to share.
You're not?
No.
Okay, Tanya's not going to share it.
Because
Okay, well, I won't say it.
This is part of my work in the timeline.
Beautiful.
So hold on a sec. Gonna send that to me real quick.
Everybody's going to start deleting their Facebook accounts now.
No. You
can delete Facebook and just keep.
No. Facebook has to, and they do. They really, truly do. They have to protect your data. Okay? They have to by law. No matter where you are, no matter where you live, they have the obligation to protect your data, your identity. That's the reason why there are closed groups, private groups. You can make a post public, private, friends only this amount of people, only that friend, not this friend, stuff like that. So it's no problem with Facebook at all. What I'm just telling you is the pictures you post are not necessarily your own property anymore. Okay? Because in the agreement, you basically click on agree. Once you create your account, you sign all these rights away to them because they need those pictures so they can basically see what are you interested in, what are you posting. It's metadata, it's algorithm, and this is how it works with ads and stuff like that. Okay, so it's no problem to have a Facebook account. I'm just telling you, the pictures, you think it's yours, and it's yours because it's on your page and you can delete it at any time. You can also download all your data on Facebook, every single message you have ever written, every single picture you have ever written, every single picture you have ever liked, every comment you have ever written. I did it once and it was like a 12 gigabyte
It's a
file.
massive file. It is.
It
I've
is
done it
very
myself.
massive. And then you can go to Facebook and ask them, please delete picture number so and so and so, and they will do, right? So don't be scared or afraid. I'm just telling you, it's not your property. Everything you put out there on a platform, on a public platform, is not necessarily, when it comes to pictures, your property. Okay? But I'm going to tell you all about this if you're interested in it. Hold on a second. Just going to show you. I have actually no time for Facebook, and that's why I'm so happy that I have so good moderators and admins like Dave G and Roger and Robin and Kimberly and Elizabeth and everyone. I'm just happy to have them. They basically run everything. Alrighty. Let me blow this up. So big shout out to Robin. Okay. So What you're seeing here is Melissa Parrish's account, August the 13th, 2019. Okay? She deleted that picture. She deleted actually all her cover pictures, and that was her cover picture. And I'm gonna tell you something else, but I'm gonna leave that until I put up the timeline number 2, chapter 2. So here, that's her picture. Public picture, cover picture. Yep. I mean, you can go and check out her profile. It's not a crime to do so. Do not send her any messages. Please do not send her any messages or anything. Don't threaten her, or don't contact her, because this is just something you don't do. Okay? Not because I tell you so. I mean, I don't really care, but this is just something you don't do. You don't contact strangers on Facebook. It's just a simple rule, right?
It's like I get so many friend requests, and like people send out a friend request to me on Facebook. I have not got the foggiest idea who these people are. I mean, none whatsoever. And
Mhm.
why would you accept a friendship request from someone you have absolutely no idea about? And yes, they might watch you on YouTube, but on Facebook, their real names are there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just don't know who people are in any way, shape, or form. So, people that might get upset I don't accept their friend request, well, it's not happening. I'm terribly sorry. It's just a delete, 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 delete on all of the friend requests.
No, that's same for me. It's not like I don't love you guys, but
Yep.
my Facebook is only people I really know. So
Mm-hmm.
I have many requests, friends requests from you guys, but there is, and I don't mean it in a bad way, or don't be mad. It's just, YouTube, and the other thing is my private thing.
Yep.
I have nothing to hide. I'm pretty open, but this is just something I don't want to mix up. Yeah, we can
Yep.
move on. We can move on. We're done. Basically. So yeah,
Mischievous
that
Imp.
was
Very good
sorry.
observation. Mischievous Imp. Very good observation. Two people started at approximately the same time at Anadarko. They certainly did.
Three. Three.
Yes. Three people.
Mhm. Because CHAD McNEIL came back, right? On the 6th.
Six, but then there were those that started in March
Mm-hmm.
as well, roughly the exact same time. Very good observation, Mischievous Imp. Thank
Yeah,
you very much
very
for
much
that.
so. Thank you. Yeah. So that was basically it. Short and heavy.
Tell Mischievous Imp, Tanya, I promise not to put the pictures on Facebook.
Oh, I'm telling you quite honestly, if I did not have so many memories of my loved ones who are no longer with me on Facebook and their profiles, linked to my Facebook, I would be long gone. Long
Mm,
gone. But yeah, it's just fun. I mean, yeah.
yeah. I saw a comment earlier. Like in this case, we all understand that there's a lot of coincidences, and too many
Mhm.
are no longer a coincidence. And there are
Exactly.
far too many coincidences in this case. So the synchronicity
Yeah.
in this case is outrageous. There is too many things that coincide with one another.
Hmm.
So they're no longer coincidences and they are fact. It's,
Exactly.
I'm sorry, it's
Hmm.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. How do they
Alrighty.
sleep at night? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying at all that anybody had anything to do with this. I'm just telling you it's it's too much of a coincidence that they talked to Troy and both of them call in. telling them about the boots. Who cares about the boots? Stuff like that. And I really got to find out why he was mentioning those boots and why it was so important to him that the other two mentioned that as well to police. So something must be up with those boots. And he had the new ones in Shanann's Lexus, I believe.
Somebody else may have been wearing those boots, and it may have to make sure that those boots get mentioned.
Right. Yeah. All right, you guys. Don't want to steal any more of your precious time. Going home tomorrow. Quite happy to go home, sleep in my own bed. And yeah, I'm going to tell you all about this data thing I've been going through this week. And very much interesting stuff. And also very, very much very, very many details that actually help me continue with the timeline on data. So this was just absolutely amazing this week.
Yeah, when we say
was too, but that was just a side effect.
when we say the data doesn't lie, but people do, well, the data and those entering data lie.
Mm-hmm.
So we've actually fine-tuned parts of that data that's been entered and put it into a correct timeline for it to actually make sense for all of you to understand. But it was they actually moved that data around. Although it's still there, they moved it around within the timeline to actually throw us off course. And we've actually dissected it and gone back and made it all make complete sense. So it's astronomical, the work that's been done. It truly is.
Annette, she posted, let me put it this way. She reposted it August 13th, 2019.
Yes, she did.
Leave it at that.
Yep, absolutely.
Today. Okay. All right, you guys, Dave's got to go to work and I got to go downstairs to get my alcohol-free coconut kiss cocktail and a cigarette. So awesome. Nice to have you all here. Love you all, guys. Stay safe, and we see each other sometime next week, maybe on the weekend, if I can't, if I just can't help it to come on live. But nothing's promised. I'm working on it.
All right, can we have a quick chat after this?
Saturday.
I'll stay here. I'll stay right here for a minute.
Yeah, stay right here for a minute. All right.
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much, you guys. Love you all.
See you all. See you on the weekend, definitely. And I might go live tonight.
Oh, cool. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye, guys.
Worries.
Take care. Bye.